Hey guys, what's going? Yeah, I ain't getting that. So The Black Phone is the latest horror film directed by Scott Derrickson based on the short story of the same name written by Joe Hill, fun fact, the son of Stephen King. A young boy is on his way back from school, and on his way back from school, he gets abducted and kidnapped by a character named the Grabber, portrayed by Ethan Hawke. This boy finds himself in this basement which has been soundproof so that no one can hear him screaming. This boy must figure out how he can get out of this room without being, I'm pretty sure you can guess what could happen to him. Alrighty guys, so let's get into The Black Phone.
Excellent!
I was really looking forward to The Black Phone, minus the most obvious reason you can all think about, but also because I'm a big fan of Scott Derrickson, especially when it comes to his horror films. I mean, I love Emily Rose's very underrated movie, Sinister still freaks the crap out of me, and Deliver Us from Evil, like Emily Rose, I find very underrated. I love Scott Derrickson's work on the first Doctor Strange, and I was really looking forward to seeing his work on Multiverse of Madness. While I am bummed that he didn't do Multiverse of Madness well, Sam Raimi did a great job directing that film. I cannot deny this. If Scott Derrickson didn't step away from Multiverse of Madness, we wouldn't have gotten this film, and let me tell you right now, this was a hell of a horror flick. I mean, oh my god. Scott Derrickson returns the horror genre with a force, man. All of the performances here are great. Now, I will say one thing in my issues. Otherwise, though, the performances here are great. The three main leads, though, absolutely steal the show. Ethan Hawke is great. Do not get me wrong. I will talk about Ethan Hawke, but really quick, I feel like I'll be doing a huge disservice to the kids, so give me one moment to look up their names. Mason Thames and Madeline McGraw. These two kids are superstars. I want to see them going places. When you cast a kid or kids in your horror film, having a kid especially leading in a horror film can either make or break your horror film. And let me tell you, these two kids showed up to play because, God, they were fantastic. Madeline McGraw absolutely steals everything that she is in, well, along with Ethan Hawke, who I'll get into a little bit. Madeline McGraw has this no-filter attitude to her, and there are a couple of scenes where she brought some big laughs, especially the scene where she talks this way to these people, and I just went, oh my gosh! Okay, this kid rules. When it comes to Mason Thames, this movie is literally on his shoulders. He has to carry this movie, and Mason Thames did such a great job of portraying this kid who obviously is scared to death because he just got kidnapped by some weird dude that just wants to kill kids. He has this gravitas and he has this emotional weight to his character that I was not expecting at all. And there are scenes where he absolutely brings him in, and one in particular that almost moved me to tears. Ethan Hawke here. What a creepy bastard. Oh my god. Ethan Hawke as the Grabber is one of the creepiest movie villains, especially in the horror genre, that I have seen in like literally the past 10 years, or I should say one of the creepiest horror film villains. He can be very friendly and on the tip of a dime, not the tip of a dime, you guys get what I'm saying. He will go from friendly to being a guy that's going like, oh, you just made a bad choice right there. If there's one thing that Scott Derrickson absolutely nails in his movies, that is atmosphere and tension, and also, well, suspense. Throughout this entire film, guys, there's always a sense of palpable tension from the moment it starts to the moment it ends. A lot of this film takes place in one location. I would say about 70% of this film takes place within this basement that this kid is in, and the way how Scott Derrickson uses this one location, because here's the thing. If any of you have done a film, or even a short film for that matter, that takes place in one location, it's easier to do, do not get me wrong, but at certain times you have to throw a curveball just to get the audience's attention. You're always feeling some sort of tension, whether it's this kid trying to get out, whether he can figure out the ways he could break open a window, or going through an alternative way out, or getting these phone calls from this black phone where he hears these people saying, hey, I can help you get out, but you have to do exactly this. There are multiple times where Scott Derrickson moves the camera around, and every time he moves it around to seeing that freaking door, you always feel like, oh god, don't want to be over there. Scott Derrickson just keeps that tension going, and once the movie's over, you can finally be like, Oh my god. Something else that I have to talk about is the film's story. Besides the story being unpredictable, I mean, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. There's a twist in this movie. Of course, I won't give it away, but the moment I saw it, I just went, holy shit. It's a sibling story about being there for one another, especially not during the times when your brother is just being kidnapped by some serial killer psychopath. Just being there for emotional support, or if things happen to your brother and or sister. It's a great supernatural story given, I mean, if you've read the story, to which I will say right now, I did not read the short story before going into the film because I wanted to go in not really knowing anything about this movie, but I'll read the short story now that I've seen the film. See, Robert Cargill and Scott Derrickson did such a great job with all that. Well, the first frame, you do feel this palpable tension throughout the entire film, but it's really when this guy gets kidnapped and then he's trying to figure out ways to get out of this room while not being killed and or hurt by this guy. Halfway through the second act, guys, my heart started racing, and it did not stop until the film ended. This movie has some damn good jump scares. Now, the film does have jump scares, but they're used wisely, and there's a jump scare in particular that actually had me going, damn you, Derrickson! Everybody in the audience screamed at this. That was a well done scare. I mean, oh my word. Besides the film just being well shot, period, one in particular I want to talk about is this. What they did with the sister character here with the cinematography, I thought was just really, really cool. Mark Corvin, who did the musical score, did such a great job. And by the way, fun fact, he also did the score for The Witch, which, as you all know, it's in my top 3 horror films the last decade. And man, does Mark Corvin bring one creepy ass score in this movie. The score for the opening credits had me going like, oh god. Oh.
Well, that's just fucking great!
Going on to my issues, there's only really 2 things I can think of, but they're really small. I think the guy who played the dad is Jeremy Daves, which, by the way, fun fact, he played Baldur in God of War, the one that came out in 2018, which blew my freaking mind. There may have been a scene or 2, small bits in a scene or 2, where I felt like he was doing a bit too much in terms of his performance. There was a single shot in this movie where it just felt oddly placed. I mean, personally, I would have done something different. I just felt the shot was a tad bit odd. Otherwise, that's about it.
And here we go.
So The Black Phone is not only a hell of a flick, but it's also a hell of a return to the horror genre by Scott Derrickson. From the unnerving atmosphere, the tension, the musical score, cinematography, along with great performances and great directing, The Black Phone ruled. All in all, I'm gonna give The Black Phone a 4.75 out of 5 stars. The Black Phone is such a great time, and I'm already looking forward to seeing it again. So comment down below and let me know. Have you guys seen The Black Phone? What'd you think? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the usernames in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my review of The Black Phone. If so, push that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to that notification bell for whenever my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see it in my previous 2 reviews, please click either right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes live, I will see you all next time.